What we're going to be doing today is taking a look at this shower. Now, this shower has not worked for months and months, and when I moved into this property, it all still looked like brand new, which obviously meant there's something wrong with it. There was no lime scale or anything, and I've had a couple of plumbers around have a look at it, and because it's behind the tiles, because it's a hidden shower unit behind the tiles, what we do think is that the pipes have been connected the wrong way, and then all the tiles have gone over the top. And the only way to rectify the issue is to take some tiles off, inspect it, and hopefully, potentially reconnect it. If that doesn't work, if it's a faulty unit, then we're just going to install a new external thermostatic cartridge shower. So I'm just waiting for my man Andy to turn up and hopefully either change the pipework if it has been put on wrong, and if that fails, then we're just going to stick a new shower in there. So he's in there now, taking the tile off. As you can hear, a bit of banging. We're going to expose it, but we're just going to take the old one out. There were small parts missing, and what we want to try and avoid is connecting all the pipes back up to it again, spending hours doing that, and then realising that it still doesn't work. So we're just going to rip it out and get the new one in. So the old shower is out already. There it is. So the next thing we're going to do is just test these pipes, mark them up, because these are the hot and cold. We need to make sure we get these right on the new unit. What's that you're putting on there?
It's flux. It helps the solder run better.
What would happen if you didn't put that on when you solder it?
The solder wouldn't run and it just go blobby and it won't create a seal.
So, pipework in position. Sort of, and just capping off.
So get the water back on and get it tested.
So, turn the water back on to the bathroom. And how are we looking, Andy? No leaks?
No, it's all good.
So what I've got to do before Andy comes back is to pack this out slightly, put a piece of ply in here, tuck it behind here, pack it out here, pack it out here. So the first thing I've got is a couple of bits of timber which I'm going to put on here. Then I'll need to pack this out in here the same, and then what I've got left between the surface of this and this is the thickness of this. So once this is in, I can then cut my piece of ply, screw it to that, and then Andy can put a tile over the top. So with that bit of board in the back, Just measuring up and fitting the new tile. This is the shower that we're putting in. So what is that, Andy? That's a cartridge, thermostatic cartridge?
It's a bar type shower.
A bar type shower. There we go. So that's what it looks like, and that's the one that's going in. As you can see, pipe work is ready. We've just put these extra
Brackets
bits on. So just tell us about those, because we've just bought those separately, haven't we?
These are good for fixing the bar type showers. They give you a bit more strength, so it's not you're not just relying on the pipe work. These will screw into the tiles and it'll stop any people pulling the shower off the wall.
Okay, so the ones that were supplied with the shower, they're kind of similar but just not as strong.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Some showers don't even come with them at all.
Okay.
They just rely on the pipe work. These will screw on here and then the shower will screw onto that.
Okay, perfect. And you were saying that also because you've got quite a big space around them, you can get silicone in them just to make sure no water gets in.
Yes, silicone or grout.
Okay.
Once it's done.
And they weren't expensive. How much were they?
They're about £10–15.
So a good idea if you want a bit of extra support, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. So just tell us what you're doing then.
Well, I put the shower on to the fixings. Everything's all loosely fitted. I've got a level on the shower to make sure it's all level. Now I'm going to mark up all the fittings so we can get our raw plugs and everything in position. Then I take it all apart, drill out the holes, and then reattach all the shower.
So we're just doing the grouting now then. So Annie, just tell me what you're doing in terms of putting the shower bit in place.
I just again put it back in temporary. It's fixed. The back plates are fixed and screwed. I want to get this grouted in as much as I can to help seal behind the fixing plate so no water can get in, and get all the tiles, which was newly installed yesterday, grouted up so we don't have any water getting through right in all the back. I want to focus around. Now you can do this in the beginning, but there's no guarantee your pipe work is going to be bang on for when you put on the shower.
So what you're saying is if you did the grouting before you connected the shower, it could be in the wrong position.
Yes, I mean you can put clips and fix all the pipe work to get it bang on, but in this position where we've had to do a temporary, we've got no way of fixing any pipe work because of the amount of Celotex and the void behind here.
Yeah. And any tips on grouting?
No, just put it in as much in there as possible, leave it a while, and then sponge off the remainder.
Why are you leaving it a while then?
It has to solidify a little bit.
Okay, what, before you clean it?
Before you clean it, before
Right.
you go over it with the like a wet sponge.
Why is that? In case you take it out again?
Yeah, you're just pulling it all out.
So because we took down an old shower, there were a couple of holes that we had to just fill in. Just done it with a bit of grout, probably going to be able to cover those up pretty well with the new riser that goes on there. So Anne is just cleaning off the grout. How long did you leave that roughly?
Only about 5 minutes. Every grout's different, some go off a lot quicker than others. But it needs several washes.
When you say several washes, do you mean like rinsing the sponge in the water or?
Yeah, we'll take off the excess now, try and get it nice and flat. And then we'll have to leave it to dry again. And then we'll do some more washes with it and do it 2 or 3 times. And then the last one, just once it properly dries, we'll go over it with a towel or something, just take off the last bit of residue. We're back the next day. All the grouting is now dried. I've already connected this shower head, shower connection up. I'm going to just show you how we do the connections on this side and how I make it better to stop any water permutation through here. I normally use, when you put the olive on, I normally use jointing compound. Some people use PTFE. I would use this. Use one for water. You can get them in any plumbers merchants or hardware stores.
When you say use one for water, what?
Well, there's one for gas.
Oh, okay. And you would prefer to use that than the tape?
Yeah.
So that's all on nice and tight now, yeah? That's done.
It's all nice and tight, it's all sealed. And then I normally go over the internals with a bit of silicone.
And as you said already, that'll just ensure that no water gets
It's just
in there.
belt and braces, just in case there's a pinhole gap which was missed on the grout. It'll also add to the strength of the fitting. I put a small bead and normally leave a gap at the bottom, so if any water does get behind it, it can run down the tiles. Some people like to silicone around the edges of these, but these are flexible and the silicone doesn't stay. After a while, as these compress, the silicone will move and you lose your seal.
So generally you just put those on and just don't seal them?
Yeah, they're just a cover cap.
Okay, but because you put all the silicone underneath, the likelihood of any water getting through is minimal.
Yeah, we do as much as we can to stop water getting through. And then just tighten up your shower.
And you've got to do that bit by bit, haven't you? You can't just do
Yeah, there's no
one.
play on the pipework. Everything now is fixed and rigid, so you have to go down in stages.
And if you didn't, you'd end up seriously cross-threading it, and it just wouldn't
go on. Make sure the washers are already in here. Make sure your washers and filter is in this section.
So then just tightening off the actual shower to the pipework.
Don't over tighten it, just when it feels like it's just binding. You can always tighten it out if there is a dribble, but if you over tighten it, then you split the washer. So just putting these dials on, some of them, most of the showers will come with them complete, and you don't have to put these on. These, you have to line them up and slide them on. Others, you put them on and there'll be either a grub screw somewhere on the thing where you'll have to tighten it up once it's all in place. But these just push on.
So Andy's just opening all the packets up of all the bits and pieces, because as you can probably just about see there through the glass, the shower unit itself is in. But now what we've got to do is get the riser on, get the hoses connected, So we put the shower riser together and we got the shower hose and head just down there. So that's all ready to go. And it's just marked it up in the shower there where we need to drill the holes for that. So let's do that now. What's that drill bit that you're using there then?
It's a towel cutting bit. It's diamond tipped, but it has a wax insert, so you don't have to keep spraying water on it to cool it, which is better than some of they have like a triangular metal tile but cutting bit, where you've got to keep spraying it to keep it cool, otherwise it just overheats and breaks.
So just fixing the brackets in. So what's the idea with that riser then? You've put the brackets on the wall and that should just clip in now, shouldn't it?
I hope so.
You can just see those little tabs just underneath that bracket there at the bottom. One riser installed.
One riser.
Right, so tying that up onto the shower unit. The riser's gone on, the shower head's in position. And just over here, we're going to turn the water on.
It got hot.
So the big issue with this shower was when it was the old type that got ripped out, there was no hot water because it was plumbed up completely wrong and there was no hot water. And Andy, did you just confirm that there is hot water?
There is hot water.
Fantastic, there you go.
That's how you plumb in a bar type shower. See you on the next one.